Navi supports, or?
Yeah, because they can, okay, they essentially have 2 saves, if you want to think of it that way, and they can also just teleport into period. That's the X factor of this game, and that's why they're taking this different approach. They said last game, okay, we won the lanes, but we didn't quite win them hard enough for the game to go in our favor. So we're going to take out the steroid heroes like the Magnus, like the Ogre Magi. They're not going to be able to get their hands on this crazy melee core that just farms like a beast and kills us. We're just going to go even more hard on the laning phase and just try to destroy them in the first 10 minutes, because that's what this lineup can do. If you're not ready, a couple of TPs can just be the end of your laning phase.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into Game 2 between Navi and Alliance. Over on the side of Navi, Ditcheraz, Luna, Soneko, Oracle, Alstar, playing the Shadow Demon, pairing up in that safe lane. And we will be seeing the Dendi Brewmaster rocking it out in the mid. Bottom lane, General on the off-lane problem. On the side of Alliance, once again, Bulldog pulling the bristle, supported by Ake,
30 seconds
Kotal,
to
an exact
battle.
repeat of the performance in Game 1. Loader on Ursa this time instead of the Life Stealer. S4 on the puck. That's a PogChamp. Finally, last but not least, EGM Witch Doctor. Let's see if they've got it in them, Navi, to bring back and equalize this series, or indeed if Alliance are going to make that magic happen once again. Potentially similar play style as they went for in Game 1 with that bristle.
They're doing the level 1 rush. Ditch or General. He's baiting General away from the pit, but he might die. He might actually die for this. Oh, battery fire! Oh, it's gonna be worth it to kill Roshan. Oh. It's all worth it to kill Roshan.
Alliance are without
if they don't kill Roshan, it's really bad.
Oh, General! Can he smell it? He can't smell it!
The heroes with the ward, because the ward doesn't see the lane. Oh my god, he's not gonna know. He's not gonna see anyone in the lane, and he's gonna be like, what the hell's going on? Then he's gonna see Roshan die, and he's gonna be like, now we're doing it.
Well, top lane, Navi will...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But Alliance got Roshan, the level 1 Rosh. Witch Doctor Ursa. And now they're looking to go. General.
Can he get TP out? He might be waiting for long though. Oh, EGM doesn't have stun mana. If he checks him, he can just TP. He might die though. Yeah, I think he's dead. That was a by General. Sure. I don't think he checked EGM's mana. I think he could have easily TP'd
Alrighty. This is an Alliance versus Navi.
That was actually really good from S4. Like, even though he died, making that play to ensure that Roshan happened is much bigger than his own life.
Alright. What a way to kick this one off.
Yeah, I guess the other thing too is he only used the Fairy Fire, so he still has his self. He doesn't necessarily have to worry about losing too much regen for that trade. I guess the other thing too that the Admiral Bulldog Ake combo can do in this situation is they can just go jungle. Because obviously having a tri-lane against you in Experience, you don't really feel super safe going to lane, and for obvious reasons.
This is Soneko. Come down looking for the 2-minute rune. I'll make sure he's not going to be able to grab that one as Bulldog takes the bounty. Bottom lane and Invis is there sitting. You'll see S4, 6-for-1 against the Echo Quartet. Dendi with a slight edge at the moment. Ake comes up to refuel the puck. And bottom lane, Loader. Getting a lot of space now.
Warriors of the wood.
Loader 12 for 3. Girard 13 for 2. As both safe laners getting the farm they need as the relative off lane pairing is unable to slow down the farm.
I mean, comparatively, it's not like the Furian's getting a lot more, because the Bristleback can go to the jungle, get chakra spam, stack creeps and whatnot, and you will be able to recover. It's actually a very interesting combo. I've seen it a little bit, but not enough to understand fully like how much you can get if you're just jungling. But we have seen it in the past, just completely abandoning the off lane and saying, alright, we're gonna go to jungle until our lane gets pushed in. It's a very common off lane thing.
I will rise next season.
Ripping the Nature's Prophet to shreds.
Brutalized, actually.
This lane done pretty well, to say the least, for the side of Alliance.
Get away,
in general to contemplate going to the woods. Soneko. He's gonna back up. He actually has Aegis. I thought he would keep going on that. Some suppose he didn't have the help of his support witch doctor, so just thinking better of it. Oh, he pulled, that's fine. He didn't want to go. That makes sense.
Back on the mid lane. There's release, 6 for 7, 12 for 1. That's forced slightly behind. Of course, Ditchera getting the free lane of his life. Bulldog has headed back. She's just going to stack up this side camp. Doesn't want to risk going against Navi's tools. Top lane anything good for Dendi? That's just going to be the bounty. Oh no, sorry, no, the bounty was one.
Yeah, he got a regen. That's actually the dream. That is the dream. I mean, there's no way that Puck really forced the Brewmaster out of lane anyway, and you can see that he has
under attack.
It's a very strong laning ability.
They're moving on to EGM. Full manners, it's a strategic delay. It's not walking on board.
Tango.
Can't get himself looking to chase down General. What Puck doing? He'll just pound the ground and the shock from the floor. Into the spine of General and snap it to pieces.
Yeah, that was a really nice play from him. He knows the Sprout's coming, just immediately walks over, opens the trees up for Loda there, and they just continue on. And it's good too, because if they weren't pressing the safe play, that would be relatively concerned. You know, mid still losing a bit, maybe not by a wide enough margin to feel too
He's S4. Get himself away though, so rotation in general unsuccessful. Won't be able to find any action with that.
It's been feeling a bit out of sorts this series. Last game, I suppose he didn't play too bad, but this time around he's given away a lot of kills, even in situations where he could have very easily lived. I don't know if it's just like TI nerves getting to him, but he does not seem to be playing quite the same as I'm used to seeing. And that TP, like, the only way you kill Puck that way is if he already cast Orb. And he had Orb off cooldown, so I'm not really sure what he's been doing this game, but hopefully he can kind of recover from this bit of a jittery start.
EGM. Gonna find the mountain. Defensive disruption, but Loda quick to take down Armstyler. Another kill for the Ursa. 4 kills for the 6-minute mark. It's an incredible start for this Loda, Ursa, and network wide change. You can see because of the Roshan and because of the kills he's been involved in. Dendi is going to come round.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Split
attack.
available.
Dire's
on his own.
structures are fortified.
Questionable really of how much he can actually get done here. He does need backup. And maybe just coming down to try and slow down Loda's momentum. But let's just be a little bit awkward from Dendi. He wanders down and we'll quickly wander back. Nothing achieved with this movement.
I think the grouping up from Navi is what's going to be really important for this game. Like, once the Luna has the Eclipse going, has the 4 points at the Lucent Beam, and you start to see Lunar Blessing get maxed out, that's when the 5-man Deathfall is going to come. And hopefully it's fast enough, because against a Keeper of the Light, okay, see you later. Art style, just blasted.
I mean, this bottom lane has been nothing less than a disaster for Navi.
They need to stop coming down here, because every time they do, it's just death. Every single time. But yeah, I'm waiting to see the 5-man. The problem is their lanes are actually not going that well outside of top now. Like, because of the fact that, you know, Dendi's been walking around a little bit. He's only halfway to Blink Dagger in 7 minutes. S4 has actually started to pull ahead after giving away the first blood. It's not looking so hot right now for Navi. I guess we'll have to wait and see when the 5-man comes if they're going to be effective or not.
Yeah, Ditchera's obviously one of the saving graces that they've been looking to. The fact that he is 55 and 14, he's had no issues on this top lane. And we'll see how much Farm Dealer can achieve against the Alliance. Get more gold into their pockets. They'll take the tier 1 from Navi.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Some pressure on
Dire's
the top
bottom
lane.
tower has fallen.
Moves in with the help of Armstyler. Getting those other out. Alliance with the tower advantage, and maybe even with a movement up top if S4 gets a good run. It's going to be the bounty. Bottom lane Dendi gets himself another regen. He's going to move across. Has been scanned out here, so they know that Dendi's around. And Dendi again. He likes to do this walk. Up the stairs, down the stairs. A little bit of a workout for the big boy.
Well, the first time, if it doesn't work, there's pretty obvious that it's either a ward or it got pinged out. So I suppose Okay, he's not going to find anything. Still have yet to use split. I think it's fine if he just continues to farm until he has blink. Yeah. Because you just want to make sure that your first split accomplishes something. And if you have to delay that split by a couple of minutes to make sure your initiation is on point, then I think that's still fine. And truth be told, we're not going to know if Navi are going to have a good shot in this game until we see that first real team fight break out. Because it can all be flipped on its head very quickly when you have things like Eclipse and Primal Split.
Mid lane. A bit of a wraparound from Ake. Can't quite make a go on it yet. Indeed, S4 just making space for himself to work towards his own Blink Dagger. And talking about Blinks, Loader, he's got the money for it to be done. Head into the shop, picked up one up immediately. Now, Navi have to be even more careful about setting heroes down. Fortunately for themselves, they have started to stop the flow, ascending down the 3 kills to the bottom lane. As their general, of course, continues to farm up in the safety of the jungle. This bottom lane is a little bit of a nightmare. Art style, he's been brave enough to reveal himself. We'll see if Loader's tempted to go ham.
Well, he did hit 6, so I'm not sure if he's going to be sticking around the area that much longer. The other thing, too, is unless art style has very slow reactions, I don't think that the solo kill from the Ursa is going to happen. Because if you blink in, you get disrupted, and if you're still chasing after that, you can just get purged. Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get that kill. Even gets the rune.
And orbs out as well. It's not enough catch for Navi to deal with.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Of course, that's away from the fucking art style. One third of the Loader. That's fantastic control. Navi to make a move towards Loader and EGM, but Loader and EGM already out far too quickly. But at the least, as you said, we saw exactly there why the Shadow Demon is a hard target to jump on.
And the other thing too is Loda actually used his blink to get to where he was instead of saving the blink to get in. So when he put the illusion on him, his blink was still 5 seconds on cooldown regardless, and Loda would not have been able to either way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They know that Roshan's up real soon.
A little bit unfortunate for Alliance here. It is the longer respawn, so they won't find it quite yet. Maybe they can make a kill happen out of this smoke instead. Arstyle's alone towards the bottom.
And Dendy's blinks on that courier.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And he may want to make a play
Dire's
here.
middle tower is under attack.
Eclipse. They'll smoke up. And let's see if they can find the opening down.
I must split!
It's going to be a split for a Koffel kill. Kevin says anything else out of this. S4 down S4, so they go with the nuke. Navi get themselves 2. Be able to transition this into a push on tier 1 mid.
Yeah, this is what we were kind of talking about when Navi wanted to fight around split. First blink split, it's going to pretty much result in a power.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
This tower is going to be dropping.
We have coils for the best of 5 seconds. Already been used. Bulldog will head forward. Navi's push. Still sticking around. Navi.
They don't
get the tower.
That's actually really bad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Every single time you split.
Dire's
Sure, they
bottom
got a
tower
pretty
is
high
under
priority
attack.
kill, and they killed the Coddle as well. But that's...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a good one. That's something that they actually needed. Like, since they didn't get the actual tower kill, and it's not even in the eye range or anything like that, they don't get the map presence they're looking for from the first round. So this guy there kind of equalizes the fact that they didn't kill the tower. Because now they don't have to worry about Roshan being contested, and they have time to adapt whenever, you know, Loda respawns. So that actually hurts
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Try and finish off this kill. There's still 3 positioned around it. General's headed up top to hold the fort against S-Force's push. EGM coming across. So you can see on the bottom lane, Ditcher
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
To continue to find the farm on for Luna, and we could see how much he's been able to close the gap against Loda's Ursa as well. You know, this is an Ursa that's had numerous kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But Luna, nice to farm up. Draw, about to hit level 11. He's all but closed the gap.
He's not waiting for it. Yeah. It's just the fact that they've killed the tower, they got Roshan, and obviously he's got 4 kills. So all the difference is made up between those things.
Here I am!
Just waiting on the next split here for Navi. What is with Dendi having regen? Every time I look at him, he has a freaking regen.
It's got to be his third, yeah.
I think, yeah, that actually is his 3rd regen, which is, I think, the most amount of regens you can get, because the same rune can't spawn twice. It is actually ridiculous. Alright. So it splits back up. I'm assuming they're just going to be fighting around this potentially get the tower, and then back off. They could also go for, like, this have, general in the top lane as well.
See what they can achieve with this smoke. Pings out onto Loda. You know, Loda's desperately been looking for an opening to
Radiant's
get back in
top
onto
tower
the road.
is under attack.
But Navi, they're coming straight for him, and Loda, he's all alone. You can see General looking to try and find a way to TP in and get the sprout off Navi. How heavy do they want to dive? There's TP coming in. Split, looking to go on to Loda. Loda gets the blink off though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
3-man silence, but immediately he's getting himself back out. Alliance falls back.
This is not good for Navi. They're like behind enemy Alliance. They do not have enough help to continue the push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
To be very careful indeed about Alliance potentially jumping back in. And of course, Ahrix also.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Said, no bloodshed from either
Dire's
side.
middle tower is under
If the
attack.
split results in a tower, that's fine. No kills, obviously not great because they didn't get the Ursa, but the tower.
Well, nice reactions from Alliance. Understandable as well. With, you know, the pressure that Navi were applying. There was a lot of time for Alliance to head down there. And just things but just like S4 hitting the 3-man coil and silence, just stopping Navi from being able to do anything else there.
Yeah.
In that fight.
You know, we're talking a lot about this push and everything from Navi, but if you look at Bulldog, like he's got a Crimson Guard pretty much, or he has a Mech. He wants to go Mech instead. I think either item is going to be very impactful for the fight because a lot of the damage Navi deal right now is pretty much just right clicks. Like Furion with the trees, Luna giving the Lunar Blessing, and then illusions from the Shadow Demon. Master does a fair amount of right click as well. Once he has the item complete, he needs to just start taking some easy frontline hero. Looks like he will be going back by the way. The Crimson. Things are going to get kind of
regeneration.
I don't think they're going to be able to kill him.
And especially when you add into that the fact that you look towards Ake, we are expecting as a point booster in an Ogre Club. It is going to be that quick axe timing again. So you add that into the mix, suddenly these pushes are going to get so hard for Navi.
I see them having a very hard time breaking high ground. Like, maybe not even just high ground, maybe just tier 2s, you know what I mean? Just because of how much Alliance are actually getting out of the map. Because if you look at the CS chart, it's like last hits is 4 out of 6 of the top ones are all on the side of Alliance, and they're all hitting a lot of creeps. So I'm a little bit concerned for Navi. You know, they're looking to play this fast.
Demon disrupts himself. They can't, he will escape. Lions hit him back up, but they do of course expend the buyback on Loda, but this can be absolutely worth it. Now he's got the space to move into the road. Can he stop this?
That's a level 4 death. If you get like 5 or 6 stack, you can just die.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think this poison is going to be enough to stop them. Yeah, the rest of Navi's already alive. Art style holding the line here, Roshan.
Absolutely.
Making the buyback from the Ursa not quite as useful as they wanted it to be.
They didn't get the Dendi kill, and they don't get the
Thanks for me.
Now this game is so close right now. It's like Navi, they take 1 or 2 good fights, get the map control they're looking for, and they could be in the driver's seat and just as easily, you know, Alliance can hit that critical mass. Their supports have the items they need, and Bulldog.
yeah.
Now, 2 down again. They've killed that pesky
Radiant's
Shadow
top
Demon.
tower
So
is
no
under
poison.
attack.
This stack steal
Radiant
is really
structures
painful.
are
They're gonna get the
fortified.
stack and the
Radiant's top
This is
tower
like
is fallen.
worst case scenario. Use tier 1, use your ancient stack, use Roshan, and the same fight. Dear God, that is...
And Navi wants to have something to say about it, but though the damage he received during the Falls Province was too low. He can enjoy it. He's managed to finish off Roshan on the back of that. Takes the
Radiant's
ages.
top tower is under attack.
So again, Navi coming in to try and stop it. They do take down 2 cores, but they already lose the ancient stack, and they lose the Roshan and Aegis to load up.
This is turning into a very rough game for Navi. You know, Brewmaster is one of those heroes that if you
Radiant's
don't
top tower
utilize
is under
ultimate
attack.
properly, you start running into problems because you kind of need your team to be the damage dealers and you're the control. That's what Brewmaster offers. Like, we saw that fight when they were inside of Alliance's woods and he kept throwing up Bulldog with Cyclones to make sure that the hero with a lot of network was getting eliminated from the fight, and that's fine. Like, that's what you want to do. The problem is, at some point, if you keep losing these fights, and Alliance are able to just get these objectives back to back and just get more items and more items. Like, for crying out loud, Ake's gonna have Ags, and EGM has Glimmer and an Overthrow. Like, these supports are not squishy. They have way too many items. It's just the pace of the game is not fast enough for Navi. They need to continue to do more, and they're just struggling to find the openings.
Really on Alliance to push up top. Tier 1 in their sides, Navi.
Dire's
They want to team
structures are
fight. They're coming
fortified.
across. Eclipse.
Dire's
still on
top
cooldown,
tower
of course,
is
for
under
50
attack.
seconds. They have a primal split to blend. See what they can do. Downloading. He's lost the ages. Ready to continue to try and chase for more. Odin S4 ready to blink in.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is fallen.
They're not being slowed down at all here.
Radiant's
But they
bottom
beat
tower
down
is
upon
under
the
attack.
Oracle, so Neko to fall as well.
It's kind of just falling apart here
Dire's
for
top
Navi.
tower is under
You pop the
attack.
defensive split, you only
Dire's
get the
structures
Aegis.
are
You
fortified.
don't even spend your power, and Alliance is continually running into the side of the map. This game is getting way too bad.
Radiant's
Why
bottom
not?
tower is under
Did
attack.
needs to somehow become a force to reckon with this game.
Dire's
It's
top
like-
tower has fallen.
It's just, I think it's shocking. This heal
Radiant's
that we
bottom
received in the
tower
previous
is under
game,
attack.
2 minutes.
It's like the same exact
perfect
time,
timing.
right?
Actually, even better, I believe, in game 1. I think it was like 22 minutes 46 you got it in game 1.
Yeah, so it just... And even the Witch Doctor is back up to 1200 gold after these engagements.
Invisibility.
It's really hard for Navi to make their way back into this one. Their heroes just don't do well when they're playing from behind, Brewmaster especially. Like, Denny's been doing what he can, but the hero is limited, right? Like, he can only disable a little bit, he can throw somebody up in the air, and then hope that the rest of the team can get all damage out onto one person. And that's really the thing that they've been struggling with, is trying to get that burst in. Because what, the squishiest hero on Alliance is Puck, but the problem is Puck is really hard to kill anyway.
And they don't have lockdown. But what? They've got the yours on again.
Yeah, but there's the Yules now on S4, so it doesn't
Yeah, I
even
know,
matter
that's
if they
true.
Orchid. I mean, the Orchid almost got S4 killed when they were fighting near the Roshan pit, but other than that, it hasn't really been super effective. And I mean, it's kind of the item you have to buy because you know that you need something that's going to give you kill potential and give you some kind of presence on the map. But the fact of the matter is, Alliance, their draft is just so strong at this point, and just the fact that they've gotten everything they wanted. They have Ursa, so they got Rose. So they got the tier 1 towers down. They're fighting around split and still winning the engagements. They're just rolling right now. Tons of momentum.
So we saw last fight, Navi did not have the Eclipse at the ready. This time they do. And they are making a very aggressive movement round onto the map. It's going to be potentially a smoke on smoke action if Alliance with there. Pulled up his KB. Trying to by our style.
May you rise on Nether's
Up
blessing.
in the air by Denzi, but alive, they're just not dying. Loaded jumping forward for his next target. They could try to hold their own again. This is their goal. Run out of the distance, but it's just not killing anyone. Apple got a kick and pull it out. Finally will pull out the big kill. If anyone else is going to go down, the Alliance is sitting around it. Loaded to be ready to jump in. It's moving in. Everybody eliminate. Already S4 outside of but S4 still alive, around with the remainders of Navi and cleaning up for themselves. General, it's a big
Let the world end now. It matters not to me.
But only just.
I mean, that was a big fight for them. They absolutely needed that fight.
Radiant's top
It's a
tower
little bit
is under
strange to me
attack.
that S4 decided to re-engage after the Bristleback was dead, right? At that point, I guess maybe they were assuming since it just forced the issue really hard. But that was a really nice thing for Navi. The false promise buying so much time, just allowing this right-click damage to come out with the lunar button. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like his Eclipse, he got 4 Lucent Beams off during the engagement. His Glaives are just bouncing everywhere because everyone's just stacked on top of the now they're gonna lose another.
The whole world of pain will be coming through, I'm sure will be cancelled unless EGM wants to try and do something magical, and he does. He's turned up, Dendy in the sides, keeping out EGM. Not going to be able to get there in time for a cancel.
That fight from Navi is a breath of life that they desperately
Really,
needed.
let's have a look at this one. Indeed, it's going to be coming into play, and I imagine
That's hanging in his guard. It's got gold now. Now they can just break the pistol back, which is huge. That means that Bulldog is going to be a lot less tanky in these fights. As a frontline hero, he can just get destroyed. Being able to change captain on something like an Earth is also extremely useful. Even with BKB, you can still get kited out very hard. I mean, Navi for a while there, that was looking kind of sketchy, but
I mean, we're seeing exactly what we were saying in the draft, just how well Artstyle and Snake are able to allow Digirard to do the damage, as you said. It is that combination, that support backup that the Luna needs, being there for him in these fights, is allowing Navi to hit back hard, even though they are relatively behind. Or at least they
Dire's
were,
middle
as
tower
you said,
is
now
under
with that
attack.
swing, Navi striking back hard, bringing themselves nearly back on par with the Alliance, of course, wants to be leveled or stopped in terms of momentum. Take down the tier 2 and take down Navi coming across, but again,
Radiant's bottom
they have
tower
got it
is
back
under
up.
attack.
Even though the longer cooldowns are
Dire's
there, the time
middle
has
tower
been
is
there
under
for
attack.
Digirard to get the ult back online, so Navi do have all the
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
sending up in the air. Okay, they can finish off the ball as well as Dendy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
that blast, oh my god, it just did so much to Navi and healed Alliance like back up to full health. That item is actually just destroying these games. Like in the first one, a lot of speed. That time, Ahrix turns fight around with a perfect illuminate placement.
Dire's middle tower is under
why
attack.
we were talking about how Alliance is so far ahead. Because the proper situation when they get their abilities off in the right back. You know, Alliance, S4 comes back, and I think he also did go hard.
Dire's middle
And after
tower
that point,
has
the
fallen.
swords are already cut off by the fuck.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
That one as well.
Dire's middle barracks.
It is nice.
Forward, and EGB has for that 4. All the back up to the next one after can be alive. So nice able to jump in for a moment to get the job done, take the melee racks away from Navi. They'll just back off and look to rinse and repeat in a future lane. Navi would just have to pull themselves together, wait for those big cooldowns, and then maybe they can try at another attempt. One of the things that they're going to be looking for as well is, of course, Bulldog's BKB to have that duration go down. It's still at 8 seconds, but we're seeing the moment they throw along. He's been called out. Alliance take the Nature's Prophet. Now, would they score in fact with a Sentry? No, someone dropped it down. Probably
Yeah, they had one probably.
Yeah. It was Ake. It was
Anyway,
Ake.
his
It's
inventory
all
was full, yeah. Has
It's
to
been
be
Ake.
okay.
I mean, Ake.
But during this time, they've easily interacted with the fights and the back line is getting first.
And they really can't afford
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
pretty
Immortality!
scary. Shiva's Guard's been finished by S4. He's continued to farm very well this game, as we can see, remaining himself third on the net worth.
I like the Shiva's choice as well from S4. I think it fits the game perfectly.
Big items all round as well for Alliance. Greaves on Bristleback, Aghanims
God.
on EGM.
That's going to help him so much. So when he gets low on health, he's going to get that 15 bonus armor from the aura boost on the Guardian Greaves. And then the break mechanic, it's still going to hurt him, but it's not going to just be like death necessarily. He might have to use like a second or maybe even third Demonic Purge on cooldown to make sure that he gets those kills now on the Shadow Demon. But yeah, Navi still have a little bit of work to do. It's not that they're necessarily getting out-farmed or anything, because if you have a Furion and a Luna, those heroes are great at just continually hitting creeps. It's more just that Alliance have kind of hit their stride. You know, barring that one team fight where Navi managed to pull it out and S4 re-engaging, maybe a little bit too aggressively, it's kind of just been the Alliance show here in game number 2. But yeah, there's still a little bit of fight left here in Navi.
Certainly more so in game one. So at this point, 30 minutes in, the first game was only 27 minutes young. As Alliance were able to close it up. This time suddenly proving to be a little bit more of a test for them. As Navi have upped their game. They do still a little bit of a swing round, but Alliance are quick to recover and maintain the lead that they've had since the beginning.
I mean, the big question for me is there an item that Dendi can get, or that Ditcherok can get, that's going to really change the face of the game? Because BKB it's not bad, but it doesn't really do anything against Ursa. And you have
Dire's top tower
lineup
is
where
under
I feel like
attack.
stuff like Scotty is super strong. So I'm really curious to see what Ditcherok decides is the solution for this particular situation.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Poking to the Yulma still. And he's fine. Blink out. Nothing for Navi to do about that with just the Nature's Prophet on the defense.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Side of Navi, Warrior positioned in mid. Look for the tier 2. Ake trying to do his best to slow the push with the blinding light. Snake gets a nice deep ward down as well. So Navi will have the
Radiant's middle tower is under
if
attack.
Alliance decide to jump in on it.
Radiant
Still got lanes
structures
in
are
general,
fortified.
and therefore continue to play around with each other. The high ground, slow down the use of the
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Going to be safe. Ditcherok can't find the kill, and now they've lost 2.
Another phase begins. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bring down the Luna as well. Do anything to stop it. And it's another fight where we're seeing Primal Split and Eclipse used, and Navi unable to find a single kill.
That's a really bad sign. Like the Glimmer Cape and the BKB is just way too much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Navi, they needed to 5-man and they needed to get kills and towers.
Dire's middle barracks are under
The
attack.
goal of this team. You fight around a cliff, you fight around a cliff, you get
Dire's
kills,
middle
you get kills.
barracks.
That is amazing. And it's just the second game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You don't have
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
But Explore solutions, all the ways that Navi like to play just seem to be on point. I always felt like Navi's draft, it was something that's in their wheelhouse, like they're comfortable with it, but it was always so hard for them to win the game because of a specific set of reasons. Like in the first game, you had this mag and a lifestealer in power, and Navi were under the gun, right? Like they had to push, they had to fight, they had to dictate tempo.